So far, not knowing the outcome of the two victims who got shot there on 60th and 8th Ave. However, in a double shooting, it did come out as an argument that took place with two or more suspects who fled the scene. Obviously, them being, Latino male and Latino female. Obviously, some people asked the question if the shooters were black or Hispanic, unknown. But some witnesses in the area said that there were Hispanics possibly leaving the scene. Just to let you know, when I was there, but so far they have not released an actual detail of the suspects, other than two males, while an argument ensued, shot the two couples there on 8th Ave and 60th Street. And also, it is unknown how the male is doing in unknown condition. But the female is serious but stable for now. And I will be updating as soon as the press release come on that shooting. And we did pray for both to make it, inshallah. And the stabbing that occurred on Figueroa, in between Manchester and Fig, just want to update that. So the male did make it. Obviously, he was there laying on the ground, excruciating pain, and there was a suspect that obviously LAPD took at gunpoint out of not a vehicle, but trying to steal the vehicle, and came back to the scene. He was gone, obviously, before LAPD arrived, but then he came back like he was going to steal the car right before the police rolled up. In a bizarre scene, it was guns out. It was basically him laying on the ground and them having to move in very cautiously and possibly shoot him. And some people in the area said he was, drinking and obviously high all day, pacing back and forth before he did it. So just a reminder, say no to drugs. That's really a saying and really a doing, but not just saying. So as we await to hear the word of the young teen here on Wilton and 54th Street, hearing it possibly and most likely will be fatal accident here as a car hit him, and people said he was up and down the street all this week hitting wheelies. Said he was up and down the street hitting wheelies. And most of the times on Sundays, we know that's the Crenshaw takeover day, and then you got your cars pretty much riding through here doing donuts. And a lot of neighbors are mad sometimes. They express their concerns about that, and so on and so forth. So about 200 riders probably get together every Sunday, kind of give the kids something to do. And obviously he paid dearly with his life. Gone and never forgotten for this young man who obviously has passed away due to a hit and run driver striking him and obviously leaving. But just up the street, just 2 weeks ago, a young lady was killed and her candlelight was held on Crenshaw, I would say Slauson, and between 54th and Slauson. And her funeral is due any time now. We want to definitely, say a gone and never forgotten for that young lady, as her funeral service was or will be held, or hasn't already been held, not unknown. But her name was her name was Brianna Bailey, and she was killed while sitting in the backseat of a vehicle, an SUV, and another car pulled up on the side of them and obviously gave chase and fired multiple rounds into the SUV, striking the young lady. She obviously was pronounced dead at the scene. As we know of, the name came out as a 63-year-old African-American male from La Habra, Larry Walker, was dragged about 2 to 3 miles as a pursuit ensued between LAPD and a wanted 187 suspect. Details are sketchy in that actually that investigation, as they did undercover surveillance to apprehend this person. He managed to get in a vehicle and while the chase was going on, wrecked into multiple vehicles. I guess the young lady who was driving ended up getting into another car, in which that was the vehicle that Larry Walker was in, and he was snatched out. He was snatched out the vehicle, and either his left or right arm got caught in the seatbelt. Now, mind you, LAPD took drastic measures to try to save the individual by ramming the car and obviously turned it on its side, in which Larry Walker flew several feet in the air, landing in someone's yard. And now it took SWAT up to 3 to 4 hours to actually get the suspect to surrender, as he was trying to obviously do suicide by cop. SWAT pretty much maintained a patience and obviously apprehended the individual without incident. So yeah, he was rushed to the hospital. Probably used some tear gas and rubber bullets. Witnesses in the area heard shots, but unknown if there was non-lethal or lethal gunfire as he was taken to the local hospital. Unknown condition, but he's definitely set to appear in court momentarily, along with possibly 2 to 3 other suspects who was arrested as well. So sounded like a RICO type of situation going on over there. Not sure what area that they were doing surveillance in, that, but it definitely was in South LA somewhere, and gone in there forgotten for obviously Larry Walker. No one deserves to die being dragged at the age of 63 years old to their death. And I'm pretty sure that the person that was being pursued didn't mean to drag him, but unfortunately he's going to be charged with not only that murder, but another murder from a robbery in July. So, and so on and so forth. So I am A Million Hits. You're watching the fall of A Million Hits 2022, as we lost someone here on 54th and Wilton. May be gone in there forgotten, and hopefully they can get some closure and some justice. And you definitely got to wear your helmets, and you definitely got to get a hold of these vehicles, these cars, or obviously if you lost control, you could have stayed or maybe explain your story. It would have been better than running. But you never know. Alright, so I'm Nash Baker. This is the official report for the Inglewood Times Crime Report LA. I'm A Million Hits for your news in your community and for the gone and never forgotten. Peace.